Alright, welcome back. Let's not stall at all and go right into the perplexing pool. So once again, the ship is explaining that the white Pikmin are also in the ship, along with the purple Pikmin. It's kind of like a precursor to all of the onions being fused together in Pikmin 3. It's a good feature, I like it. Uh, so I think the plan for this episode is mostly to be above ground. That might change, but I think we're gonna use this chance uh, to really explore this new area and areas from other parts of the world that we couldn't really get to. Uh, I'm gonna bring a mix of all the Pikmin we have because there's a lot of stuff we're gonna need to take care of with each type. And look, it's the yellow Pikmin. They're back. We'll get into what they do when we finally get to them. But look, we have a Log, the yellow ones. Pretty easy with purple Pikmin, just as any other enemy. But, oh, okay. I think that fell from the tree above. We have shearwigs here. They're pretty similar to shear grubs, but they can fly. Once again, pretty simple though. I just wanted to take this up because we're gonna need to go through that path later. For now, we're just gonna clear a path and go straight towards the yellow Pikmin so we can raise them up. Because we're starting to see some hazards that we're not going to be able to deal without them. Let's see if we can. This is not working. There we go. We have these weights. Okay. Okay, there we go. That was a bit strange. Let's have one captain throw the remaining Pikmin up there, and this is the first bit of puzzles with two captains. We're not going to be able to get Olimar up there now without, if we want all the Pikmin with us, but we'll get back to that. We're just going to have a solo adventure with Louie for now. We have a swooping snitch bug, harmless enemy. They just throw Pikmin into the ground, but I'm going to take him out so he doesn't disrupt our plans later. Pretty easy, just throw a Pikmin on him, and then swarm. That is a fiery Bulblax. I'm gonna wait to take on that guy, because we're gonna have something better to help us deal with him. There we go. It's a little hard to hit at times. Fiery Blowhog. We're gonna want to take this guy out just because he's in the way. And we're gonna build this bridge so we can cycle back around. We're gonna want to do this because we're gonna really want to divide our workload up. There's gonna be a whole captain trying to get to and raising up the yellow Pikmin numbers. Another one is going to collect stuff like these, or do other objectives. you'll see. Today's gonna be a very productive day and it'll include a lot of new discoveries, lots of cool stuff. Right. There we go, bridge is done. And we're gonna have... we don't need the game to explain that. We need Pikmin to attack that little bulb. Let's have all of them do that. This enemy is a little bit tough. I never really figured out a great way to deal with it. His back is on fire, so you can only use a red Pikmin. So the normal method of trying to stun them doesn't quite work. I actually might just try and... let's see. Oh yeah, using a potion. This is going to significantly speed up and raise the attack power of our Pikmin. And we're gonna hopefully use that to knock him out pretty quick. Oh, he threw us off. We're gonna try and escape. How far is he gonna go? Okay. And oh, just barely. He stunned us with that fire. Got hurt by it. Oh, we have more berries, but they're gonna get eaten by this guy. Let's try and take him out first. Alright. It's very chaotic right now. No. I want all of our Pikmin here. Alright. So we're gonna start by... is that all of our whites? Yes, it is. We're gonna have our other Pikmin collect these berries, while our whites are going to take down that poison bridge that you may have seen. That poison gate. That's really gonna take up most of our day right now. Fortunately, we only have about half the day left. I don't really want to spend as much time possible raising up our yellow Pikmin. We don't need that. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff to collect with all the enemies we've taken down. But yeah, that fiery Bulblax, tough enemy. I've seen some speedrunners or some people who are much better at the game than I am throw a purple Pikmin to get a stun, but the few times I tried that didn't really work out for me. I typically try and use a spray, and you know, these berries are going to provide another spray. That effect is what I typically use, but once again, we'll see exactly what it is pretty soon. Because I find the spray a lot more useful. Maybe to the point where it's a little bit broken. I totally understand why they wouldn't bring it back in Pikmin 3. But yeah, it's a purple spray. Oh god damn it. The spider's back. How did he... oh, of course. I'm recording this in a completely different day. I guess there's just a little bit of a spider problem here. I should have known. Well, I'm not gonna clickbait it. Sorry. I'm not gonna clickbait it in the title again. last time was just a little bit of a one-time gag. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be like offline TV with Michael Reeves. I mean, if I can get off topic, of course, it's the only reason I've really watched on offline TV is I was a really big fan of Michael Reeves. Very enjoy his stuff, and I was like, oh, well, if he is in more videos, then it's always fun to watch him. It worked, is what I'm saying, and I'm very disappointed that it did. But I'm kidding. Offline TV is a good channel. Oh, good. I was running out of stuff to talk about. Let's call these Yo Pikmin. Alright. As you were saying, they can be thrown a lot higher. So they're going to be used to reach higher places. And they exuded like this little static electricity. They are going to be immune to electricity, which in this game is insta-kill. Pretty devastating hazard there. One change is they no longer no longer can hold bomb rocks. Actually, no Pikmin can. What else? I think it's just electricity and the height. Now, with the electricity being insta-kill, I would consider that. Sorry, there's a lot of multitasking. It's hard to speak. Since electricity is insta-kill, I consider Yellow Pikmin one of the best Pikmin, or one of the most important Pikmin types to have in this game. They go from pretty useless, for the most part, in Pikmin 1, other than, like, the few times you need to use bomb rocks, to one of the most important Pikmin types you're gonna have. Let's see how this is going. Right. Let's go ahead and collect some of the stuff. Okay. Sorry, once again, I'm pretty new to commentary and... Hello? Pikmin are getting stuck. It's been a little tough to kind of talk when, you know, there's a little bit of a time constraint, just, like, solely set by myself. But yeah, each game, like, each Pikmin's importance varies pretty widely. So Pikmin kind of go from being Yellow Pikmin go from being very useful to being very useless, and then in the third game they go back to being, I would say, a little bit unimportant again, because it goes from insta-kill to a hazard that cannot kill at all. It just stuns your Pikmin. Which I don't know if I like better. It's hard to say, but for sure it makes them a lot less useful, just because they're a lot less integral to daily use. I'm just speaking in circles now. Red Pikmin, they, as you know, they're pretty not important. other than the fiery Bulblax that we had to take care of, and some fire hazards. But I mean, those enemies only appear every once in a while. Everything else is really done by the purple Pikmin in terms of combat. Okay, I think this should be it. I think this will give us a pretty hefty amount of yellow numbers. Let's see, 35 and 55. Let's go ahead and call it a day. Yeah, I'm sorry, my commentary is not that great right now. There's of course some treasures we could have gotten, but I really wanted to spend. Oh, there's a lot of Wollywogs. I really wanted to spend today getting all of the yellow Pikmin we could get and some potions. We'll definitely have time later to come back and get treasures. But we raised a really good number. That's exactly where I wanted to be with them. Fun little gag with the president. So yeah, with that, the world is going to open up even further. But I'm going to take this time to go back to the Awakening Wood, so we can hopefully find our last type of Pikmin. I think there were hints of it earlier, with not being able to take out 100 Pikmin, and you know, maybe some sounds you may have heard in the background. Let's see. I think I want to take out 50. There's not much else we can do right now, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to have one captain do that. I'll possibly worry about berries today. One thing we're going to do real quick. Oh. We haven't tried this earlier, but no other Pikmin type would be able to reach that height. So now we can get that treasure. And we're going to throw our Pikmin around. So we can walk through the water because they can't. And off in the distance, Pikmin that can go in the water. Me too. I really enjoy blue Pikmin. I think they're all pretty well designed. We have that treasure back already. Carmex. Never heard of it. Let's try and take this guy out. Ooh, that was a little close. I usually bring purple Pikmin to take him out, because, you know, they're not the highest damage dealing Pikmin. That's a mildly nerve-wracking. Trying to think. Let's get some purples, and let's get some white Pikmin out here. And I guess we'll just use them to get some potions. Yeah, I guess that's the best thing to do while we're kinda... Oh, we have these awful larvae eating the berries. Yeah, I think we're gonna have these guys focus on potions while we have that other group getting us the blue Pikmin. Unfortunately, they ate some of our berries because we weren't really on top of that. That's fine. I think we're doing really good on potions for both types, honestly. And I don't think we're gonna really need that much of either. Uh, Especially, I'm trying to think, should I just do the overworld today? Because we're doing this pretty fast. I think we might have time to delve into a new cave. These guys have little mouths as pretty much gills from what I can tell. So yeah, we're gonna start growing these types of Pikmin while the rest collect some berries. And once again, I think we'll have time to go ahead and start a new cave today. And I have an idea of where I want to start. Let's have all of you guys grab these. Oh, so these little tadpole enemies that you're seeing, they are Wogpoles, I believe. I used to know all of the enemy names. They can't harm you, and I believe they are like pretty much the baby form of Wollywogs. So let's take them out now before they can grow up to be more threatening. Because there are certain scenarios where we won't have the purple Pikmin, and Wollywogs are a little bit more intimidating there. They will take care of that. It's not going to be enough to grow up our blue numbers, but I think that's something we'll come back to and continue. We'll have to continue growing up their numbers eventually, but I think this will be enough to kind of get done, or get to the cavern today that we went to. Or the one that we wanted to get to. Oh, sorry. Once again, commentary's pretty weak right now. I wasn't really outstanding before, but oh geez, there's so much going on, and you know that spider again. However that happened, really having a hard time focusing. Yeah, let's continue collecting these berries. I'll show you the area that we're trying to get to. Oh, there's a berry there. I believe if you leave them on the ground for too long, they will pop. I don't remember exactly, but... Oh! Yeah, as you've noticed, the yellow onion is with us. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit harder to grow the blue numbers because they're going to go to their onion that's all the way back north. So I think it's honestly better to just wait until the onion is closer to base. That would just make our life a lot easier. Alright, come on. Hurry up. Well, I guess I could flower them to possibly help. Why you're pink? How quaint. Well, I think he may have been trying to take it back to the blue onion. So one thing I'm not sure about is if Pikmin AI will have them like jump in the water while carrying stuff. It's been a few years since I used to play through this game a lot more. Uh, but it's been a little while since I last played it, other than my practice run, and I've forgotten some stuff, some enemy names, some mechanics, or, you know, some quirks about the Pikmin AI. So I'm unfortunately not as informative as I'd like to be. So yeah, the only thing we needed the blue Pikmin for was to take down that little blockage which drains the water. And now be a little small extra area we can explore, which in fact has a cave that we're going to want to go to. Let's get everyone on that. Oh yeah, up there's an electric gate, so we needed both blue and yellow to get to the area that we are planning to go to. And... oh look, another purple berry. Let's take our Pikmin up here. I'm gonna throw them so that they can all actually get up there. As you can see, they're gonna have trouble getting up there on their own. So now, I think the goal is to break down this gate and then bring the Pikmin that we want to. So there's a treasure right here. And I'm going to have Olimar go back so he can grab the number of Pikmin that we're going to deem appropriate to take down this cave. Also, that wall back there, completely optional. We could have technically gotten here earlier, but I just always preferred to wait till we get blue Pikmin. Alright. Chance Totem. Good name, good name. Okay, so I think for the dungeon coming up, I'm trying to think. I don't think we want this many blues. So I'm gonna try and take him back. Come on. Alright. Yeah, we should have enough time to get there. It might be a little bit close. I honestly might have just Olimar stay with the blue Pikmin, because he'll automatically jump in with him, I believe. Let's have these guys go back. Oh yeah, we barely have any blue Pikmin. These are going to be one of the types we're going to need a lot of later. Right. I will remember not to skip the little cutscene. That's a little spooky. You know what, we're gonna have the captain go back. But, real quick... okay, I just wanted to confirm that it was only fire and electric hazards. So we're gonna bring majority reds, yellows, purples. But we're gonna bring some white Pikmin just in case for berry treasure hunting. And we're actually gonna need some blues, because that one is that dungeon falsely is not completely correct with its hazards. Come on. It actually has some water hazards that I don't think you have to deal with, but they're there. And I always like to bring blue Pikmin to make that process easier. Alright, let's see. Let's have 25 purples, and we only need one white Pikmin, honestly, but I'll just bring 5 to make... Oh, that's the guy going back. To make burying, or digging up treasure easier. I will make this go down to 30. And then this go to 30. Let's see. I think that looks like a pretty healthy balance for this cave. Unfortunately, our blues are not flowered, but it honestly won't be too necessary. You'll see how minor the hazard is. Get them. There we go. If you actually don't have Pikmin in the party, they won't go with you into the hole. Well, let's jump into the Bulblax Kingdom. And this is gonna get me to one other note. There's definitely an implied order of when they want you to tackle some of these dungeons. I don't think we're following that. If this is your first time, I might recommend that you do that. But, it may be a little bit vague with, like, which ones it wants you to do first, but we'll see why this one is intended for a little bit later. One of the reasons are these orange bulborbs. They, from what I can tell, they typically wake up faster than other bulborbs. Oof. That is not a fun thing to deal with, but throwing purples should definitely help. There we go. I believe that is it for this floor. Yeah, pretty simple floor, but it's already introducing you to some tougher bulborbs. I'm still not entirely sure if them waking up faster is intended or really what makes it more difficult. It just kind of seems like they typically wake up faster. But yeah, that's it for the first floor. Not too crazy. Yeah. This dungeon really has good music as well. I think this is a really awesome dungeon. It's got lots of cool stuff going on. Fire, so I think it's appropriate to just bring some red Pikmin. That one will stay behind. And that is a fiery Dweevil. There's all kinds of Dweevil enemies and they always have unique names. Their legs are, the Pikmin might try and attack their legs, but they can't get hurt that way. You have to kind of throw them onto the body, and they only attack with their respective element. If you start attacking their body or trying to steal a treasure from them, because they will try to steal treasures or other corpses. We'll see that, and it's actually kind of fun. You can do stuff like this. Step on their head. Wow, another easy floor. So, I may have been overblowing it, or overdoing it when I said this dungeon is mildly difficult and should be saved for later, but I think soon we'll see more of what I'm talking about. Uh, these are puffy blowhugs. They do not damage, or they don't kill Pikmin, but they will blow them away and blow away the flowers that they have. Which, this game uses this enemy so deviously, they will often try and deflower your Pikmin before you need, like, before floor where you need Pikmin that are fast or to be stronger. It's really fun. It's a pretty devious trap, I think. But other than that, I believe this floor doesn't have anything significant to deal with, unless it's certainly a buried treasure. Having a little bit of trouble getting the white Pikmin on it. I'm a little suspicious of this area, knowing this dungeon. And I kind of monitor this a little bit heavily. Could be completely wrong about this. Just have a bad feeling. Never mind. Maybe that's later. I apparently didn't remember everything from my practice run. Is that the only treasure? That's one thing I'll, probably never remember is the number of treasures per floor. Homer Knight Shell. Oh no, that was it. Okay, I'm surprised they didn't pull something off on this floor, but I don't want to hint too much. This dungeon has many surprises. But I guess that was it. This dungeon's really calling my bluff with me saying it's difficult. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, that's a little intimidating. Electric traps everywhere. Still insta-kill, so you want to be very wary of them. Gonna have these Pikmin deal with that. And these new types of enemies, anode beetles. Mildly harmless. If they're in pairs, they will shoot electricity between them. On their own, they're pretty harmless, pretty easy to kill. You do have to throw Pikmin directly onto their back. But, oh yeah, more purple flowers. I think we can throw some red Pikmin into that, because okay, nothing's over there. I think we're gonna throw some red Pikmin into there because anything we can accomplish or are gonna need to accomplish with red Pikmin probably doesn't beat 30, honestly. So yeah, more purple Pikmin. It's good to have them because we're always gonna need more. Let's get our yellows. And I'll get some purples. We're gonna use these guys to kind of take down a lot of these electric hazards so we can more safely traverse this with all of our Pikmin. Although, oh, I remember that trap. a plain Wollywog spawns nearby the treasure. And hopefully we can lure him towards us. Oh, that's a little close. But we can retaliate with purple Pikmin. Honestly, biggest threat on the floor has already been taken care of. So after I found out from BK, from No I'm BK, sorry, watch the name, is that the difference between the Wollywogs are the yellow ones don't jump as far and have more health, but the plain ones jump much further. So, I mean, it doesn't change the fact that they're both not dangerous, not like too dangerous, but you know, more threatening than a Bulborb for sure. I guess the iridescent flint beetle ran over here. There we go. He is holding our treasure. And I'm pretty sure that's it for the floor. And once again, if you just bring yellows into the electric area, there's not very much to worry about other than the Wollywog. Crystal King. Alright. This is going really smoothly. And we're at a large amount of time, but I was kind of hoping that these episodes would be about an hour. I don't remember how long this dungeon is. Okay. So, it's really dark. I can already see a Bulborb, and I know this is where this dungeon really begins to pick up. We're gonna want to be very cautious here. Oh, yep, there it is. We're already beginning with this. Yeah, it doesn't warn you. I was actually thinking about this the other day. They do have an icon for explosion. I'm surprised they don't warn you about them. But, yeah, from here on out, they're going to be explosion traps, which there are no Pikmin immune to explosions. They are insta-kill. Things are really picking up already. And you do want to be cautious because I believe if purple Pikmin land on bomb rocks, they just instantly blow up. Let's try and dig this up because a lot of the time you'll be digging stuff up and they trap it with a bomb. I think this game is more difficult because of stuff like this. Not in a great way. I think bomb traps like that are kind of dumb. I think some of the traps are a little bit dumb. But we're just gonna have to be cautious of them going forward. A lot of suspicious areas in places where you know there are bomb rocks, they're gonna be trapped. And you know, they don't give you the warning, so it's just good to be cautious from here on out. I hate to say it. Oh, where's that? Oh, the bomb rock explosion is not too large, but once again, I'm repeating this at nauseum, but all right. Let's see. Let's have the Dweevil. we have fire. I think I'm just gonna want to use purple Pikmin. Stand a little bit further apart. I'll just have to kind of avoid this fire. But I want them to take out enemies because there's gonna be a lot of them. I don't remember if there are bombs on this floor, but I definitely want to be wary. There's another violet candy pop bud. I think I forgot one of them from the last floor. But there'll be a way to grind for purple Pikmin, so you won't have to worry about it. Of course, there are two. Right next to each other? Alright. That's what the purple potion does. I don't think there's a great way to deal with them otherwise. It turns them into stone. We're gonna wanna... There we go. And let's go ahead and take out this guy too. And that can't be the only treasure here. Oh wait. Actually... I think that is. Or those two are. Well, let's just knock you out, because you're just gonna be annoying trying to grab the treasure. Let's see. Yeah, I had a feeling. I wanted to bring faster Pikmin just because of that. We do have enough? While we're at it, I think it would be a good idea to get some more purple Pikmin. We do have those piles of nectar over there. Oh, there we go. I believe that is it for the floor. Yep, okay. So I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier, but the floors, they have layouts, but the treasures and the enemies are randomly generated. Or not, like, not the numbers, but where they are. Which can be a little bit troublesome, because a lot of times you'll get two orange bulbs sitting pretty much right on top of each other. And I think, honestly, the best case to just not lose Pikmin there was just to, unfortunately, use a purple potion when I was hoping not to use one. It kind of sucks, but I think we will be fine. But, I mean, honestly, the last thing we would have wanted is waking up multiple at the same time, because they will eat Pikmin fast. But other than that, that's it. I think I was remembering this dungeon as being a little bit more dangerous than it truly was. I mean, having bombs introduced is a little intimidating. And also, the boss is a little intimidating, but there's a great way to deal with him. If you're a fan of the first game, you're going to recognize those eyes. Now, I used to not know this trick. And I would have to fight this guy normally, which can kind of suck. But after watching a speedrunner, I found out you can do this. Slowly approach, and throw all of your purple Pikmin on him, and he just instantly gets knocked Yeah, that's the Emperor Bulblax, the final boss of the first game. Kinda scary that we're already dealing with such a threat early on in the second game. He is dumbed down entirely, or he's pretty dumbed down. He doesn't have the jumping attack. He can lick up Pikmin and eat them. He can stomp on Pikmin and make you lose a ton of them. He can roar, which like scares your Pikmin, but he's nowhere near as a threat as the first game. But also we don't have bomb rocks to throw at him. Scorch Guard. Now we're gonna be immune to fire damage, which is cool. As you saw from the previous day, we took a decent amount of damage with Olimar from the fiery Bulblax's fire. And if your captain dies, I believe you just can't use him anymore for the rest of the dungeon or the day, which can kind of suck. It's honestly not the worst thing in the world, but... And here's another thing I was talking about. That treasure wasn't it. You also have water to deal with. Okay. The Pikmin are being a little bit dumb. So yeah. Okay. I don't know why they're attacking the fire, but... Yeah, as you can see, there's a way to get around. This is just dumb now. Okay. You know what? This kind of sucks. Okay, I've never had this problem before. Yeah, we have a Pikmin panicking because he's on fire. He just keeps on... Oh my god. He just keeps on running into it. There we go. That should be far enough from everything. I guess they may have wanted to test the Scorch Guard, but I don't know. It's a little silly that they labeled that there was a fire or a water hazard on this floor. And I guess the AI is taking him that way anyway. So really, you don't need them. But it could be nice to have Pikmin or blue Pikmin to walk through that area. I don't know. A little weird. This episode's been really janky. I apologize. Kind of all over the place, but you know we got a lot of stuff done, and everything is gonna open up next episode. Now that we have all of the Pikmin, we can get through every obstacle in the game. There's nothing we can't deal with at this point, and we can do anything in whatever order we want. Despite there being kind of an implied order. I think the game definitely does not intend you to do this dungeon at the point I did it. Because, you know, there are many other dungeons that don't have bombs. But I think it's a good thing to know about this, because many of the harder dungeons going ahead are going to have bombs and other really tricky traps. Alright, complete. Alright, we're getting pretty close to an hour, so I think we're going to end this day early. We have recovered 40% of the debt, which is good. Yeah, there's not much more we can do in this time. There's still a whole nother area that we need to explore, but I think I'm going to call it. A lot of cool stuff. And we have a lower amount of Pikmin, just because we converted a lot of Pikmin to new colors. So. Of course he's calling us slackers when he's not even here. But yeah, I think it's a little bit of a troubling thought that even this early on, even if we went out of order, that the final boss of the first game is just a normal boss here. Things are gonna get endlessly more treacherous going forward. So I will leave you with that troubling thought, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.